being me.
You're gonna do autographs later?
Yes!
Me. Okay, I got it.
And actually, I heard that song before, like, I heard, like, you singing it, like, I sing it around my house when I sat up there, like, I got
So have you heard it like on the current?
Yeah, on the current.
Yeah, because they have the original. I played it in the studio, like right when I first wrote it. It was just me and the keyboards. Yeah. I just had played it right there.
Oh, wow.
This what y'all want to talk about?
How do you like something like that?
Question. Yeah, when'd you start?
Yeah, I
when I started.
How do you
Okay. Well, let's start from the beginning. I grew up in Rondo. And that's, it's St. Paul. That's like anywhere that's in between Summit and University. So you know about like the freeway that came through it. I was second generation Rondo. My mom was first. My grandmother was part of the Great Migration that came up from the South. During the 30s and 40s, looking for work and looking for better life conditions and that kind of thing. So that's how we ended up being in Minnesota. I started singing professionally when I was 5. My mom put me in a choir because I was just a really full of energy, smart kid, and I wasn't scared of nothing, not talk to anybody, that kind of thing. So my mom was like, we got to figure out something to do with you. So she ended up putting me in Mary Hafner's choir. That was through Maxfield Magnet, and that's where I was going to school at that time. And I did that for a while and really decided that I wanted to do it. She put me in the art school at a place called Mississippi Creative Arts Magnet. And right about at that point, I was probably like 10 or 11 years old, and I started gigging at that point. And by gigging, I started working with like national artists and stuff like that. So, I think my first show was with John Denver. He's an old school singer.
That was
had
my
this
first
song
concert.
called Rock My Behind, and he was like he was a real cool cat, like folk singer and all kinds of stuff. And they had us play with him at the Orpheum in Minneapolis for his Christmas concert. And so after I did that and like looked out at the stage and seen like all those people and being up there like that, I just kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do in my life. So I just kind of went full speed with it. I joined a choir called City Songs, started working with a guy named Robert Robinson. He's like a really well-known choir director here and a really well-known singer because Robert Robinson is just absolutely incredible. You should YouTube him too because he's from here, he's local, but he is he's just masterful at the art of singing and notation and all that kind of good stuff. He's a good person to study and stuff for like clarity of your notes and what comes out. So started working with him, started working with Sounds Black, and started working with Libby Turner, started working with Patty Lacey. And I was probably 13, 14, and then I got to do a show with Maya Angelou. And then once I did the show with Maya Angelou, we did a big thing for him for Martin Luther King's birthday, and it was at St. Mary's Basilica. And I think it was there that I decided to pursue this as a life goal. So around that time, I was probably 13, 14, and started writing music. I had grown up playing piano. I got trained at Walker West Music Academy, voice and piano. And I didn't really pay attention to it. I wasn't a good musician in the sense that practicing and all that kind of thing, I didn't do that. And I should have, because I've had to make up for it later on in life. So y'all keep practicing your stuff. Because the younger that you are and the more that you open up yourself to things, the more it'll soak in and you'll remember it when you get my age, okay? So, and if not, you're never too old to learn, but it's just because you're doing it now and you're open to it, just stay open and keep receiving all the learning and soak up everything that people are trying to pour into you because it'll help you in the long run. You know what I mean by that? So, I started writing when I was y'all's age and, just tinkering, playing stuff on the piano, trying to find melodies first, and then when melodies would come, I try to find a little bass line, something to hold it down, and then, just start kind of writing how I feel. And I'm the kind of writer that writes like in vignettes, so in very short stories. It's like, I'll think about like with me being me, I thought about the second verse about Black Lives Matter and about the climate of our world right now. And so if I could have summed up how I felt about all of that, those 4 bars, that was what I was trying to say. And so that's what I mean by vignette. I just write little short stories, and then I'll come back and add them all together. Because that's like a song. You know, a song paints a picture, tells a story from beginning to end. It has climactic points, whether the climactic point's in the middle of the song and it comes back and you resolve it, or if it's just leading all the way up to the climax and then boom, and then that's it. You know, if there's no, there's formulas to it, but you don't have to follow them. You can take you can take the ingredients of the formula and formulate it the way that you want to formulate it. Because that's the most, in my opinion, that's the best way to do it, because you're most comfortable with doing things where you are at. So you can take those tools, you know what I'm saying? The tools are always the tools, but you use them how you want to. Use them the way in which you want to when it comes to writing and stuff like that. Because I was always kind of a wild writer, you know, like people would be like, you know, you sure you want to write something that deep, or are you sure you want to write something not that? Like, not everybody wants to hear about what's going on in the world, or, you know, that kind of thing. But I feel like what comes through us is what we're called to speak about, and what comes through us is what we innately know, and that's what's coming from your heart. That's what's coming from the spirit. That's what's coming from you, and you as who you are. You know what I mean? So just let it fall. Just let it fall. Free write a lot. You know, I would do that kind of stuff. I would just write little stuff. Try to rhyme, try to not rhyme. You know what I mean? So, yeah, babe.
What happened if you got stuck?
What happened if I got stuck? Usually, there's 2 ways that I'll come about it. I'll leave it alone for a day and then come back to it if it's, like, really frustrating. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it could just be like, I don't want to. And sometimes it's good, because sometimes you just need to let it sit and marinate in your head for a little bit. But if you are like trying to write something and you get caught up like on a rhyme, or being able to rhyme something, you can't rhyme your next line. Like, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, or with that kind of block, or just not feeling it?
Also, like not feeling it, just like, oh, that doesn't like go good with that message or whatever. And also, how do you start? Like, what do you think? Is it like a special? Like, is it a special start? When do you actually start writing the song and start the song? Is it like special to like get it right? It's stuck sometimes.
No, I think, because I write the song last after I write the music, because I write the music too. So like I'll do that first, and then I write the lyrics last and stuff. But that's always, it's just whatever I'm feeling. Like I think sometimes we get caught on these things that we have to have something in mind when we sit down and I'm going to talk about this. Whereas, okay, if you want to talk about one subject, you can talk about the feelings that are triggered with that subject and start writing there. Or you can start writing about the things that surround this subject, the environment of this subject, or the colors you see that surround the subject, the smells, the things that you feel, visceral things. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about, like, me being revolutionary, okay, I think when I sat down and wrote it, it was more like, what do I feel inside of me that makes me stand tall? And then let's talk about that. So that's how that first verse came. You know, it's just like, okay, what do I think about myself? I'm beautiful. I have it all. I'm regal. I'm standing tall. You know what I mean? Like, that's just things I say to myself every day to, you know, to keep myself up, keep my spirits up. You know what I mean? So when I don't know how to clarify, but you can just, like, have you ever done a tree?
Yeah.
Where you just write that word in the middle and you do the circle and you do the little tree? It's similar to that. Where it's like you write the things that this word or this subject make you feel. You know what I mean? It's about the things around it, the environment, the colors, the smells, how it triggers you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then writing about what emotion that triggers. If it makes you sad, then why does it make you sad? And then what do I feel when I feel this sadness? And then once you wrote down all these ideas. You look down and you have a whole bunch of lyrics, and you just have to put that together.
Cool.
Okay? Yeah. Hey, what's up there?
Have you always sang this kind of music, or have you like gone between like genres of music?
I think I sang a little bit of everything, but that's what I love to do. That's what I love to do. I love to do soul and funk. My biggest influences growing up was like Parliament, Chaka Khan, Rufus, you know, that kind of thing. Herbie Hancock, you know, a lot of War, Chicago, just a little bit of everything. And I'm influenced by everything. And I don't mind singing. I'll sing an opera. I'll sing if they ask for country. I've done like voiceovers with like jingles, you know what I mean? Even stuff that I don't feel, because I really love the art of it. It's more of a challenge, and it's more, okay, let me see how I can sit in this and actually make this sound good, even though I'm not really feeling it. How can I put myself in it and make myself, or not make myself feel it, but find the things inside of it that I do connect to, and then bring out a better product out of that. Because I've done some stuff where I've not liked, or, you know, I've been in performances or been in, you know, theater pieces where they've had songs where I'm like, I would never sing this, and this is corny to me. I don't like it. You know what I mean? But you just have to get in where you fit in and find the little things that you do like about it, and then, you know, your spirit will expound on that as an artist. Yeah.
So what happens if you find the subject, you find like the chorus, but you don't know where to start in the beginning of the song?
Yeah.
Start right where you are. So like, if you can hear a little 4-bar chorus or something, you can hear that little hook, start with that hook. Sing that hook over and over a couple times too. And then out of that hook, that first line will come. You know what I mean? Because that happens to me all the time. Sometimes I have to just make a hook so that I can continue going. I have to have something there in place. And sometimes I like go in, I have GarageBand on my little laptop. So I just go in the GarageBand and then, you know, do a little chorus, you know, sing it 4 times through, and then just listen back. Listen back, listen back, listen back, listen back. And it doesn't usually come out. Like, I think you'll start. The more that you grow the song, the more that you'll become attached to it, and the more that you'll want to keep working it and stuff. But you just gotta put something down first. And it is a good start. But then I could say, if you can't find a hook, I gotta think on the spot. Like, how would I say that to you? Like, because what if you couldn't find a hook and you couldn't hear anything? What would I tell you to do? What I would do is I would listen to the bass line or the melody line and see if you can hear anything in that. See if you know, because like sometimes if you really get into music and you listen to the lines of the instruments, sometimes they speak. You know what I mean? Like, especially bass lines. Bass lines speak to me all the time. I can hear stuff. I can hear them say, dun, 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 dun. And I'll be like, okay, I like that. Hey, what we doing tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna start there. Okay, what we doing tomorrow? We're going to the park tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? But it's silly, but it's really how songs are made. Like, you know, people just be sitting around just throwing stuff out and it'd be a joke, but it's really not. Like, that's how some of the best songs came to be. But it's about having the courage to freestyle and having the courage to just say stuff. And it might not be cool, it might be corny, it might not, but just it's the trying and being courageous in that, and that's where songs get started. You know, and then collaborating with people, and, you know, talking with people about stuff, and just, you know, seeing, you know, like collaborating with each other and seeing where y'all at. You know, checking in with each other and saying, you having a hard time with this? Because maybe where you're having a hard time, it's easy for them. And then where it's easy for you, they have a hard time. So, you know, collaboration is really good too. I don't know if they let y'all collaborate, or if y'all just working solo dolo.
Threes.
Yeah,
Okay.
2s and 3s, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
So,
they can work on each other's if they do a certain instrument.
oh yeah, see? Yeah, y'all have to come together. You got to use what you got to get what you want. You know, but very much so. I would just say it's just just kind of a freestyling kind of thing, you know. I wish I had better formulas for y'all to like write down. But it's just for me, I kind of just do that freestyle. I go, it's music based and it's melody based for me because I like to sing to the melodies. You know, start there because that helps me. It helps me also think of melodies outside of what the bass is playing, outside of what the keys is playing. If I wanted to sing something totally different from the way the song sounded, it's also a good bass point.
So, when you write your lyrics, do you like just write it and then read it over and then switch things out? Because for me, that's how like I write my lyrics.
Oh yeah, stuff gets changed, edited. Sometimes I record some stuff and get up and listen to it the next day and be like, this was trash. You know what I mean? Like, it is not. But you know, it's just we're our own worst critics and stuff like that. But seriously, I think getting it out is the best process because then you can go back in and fine tune because some stuff you do want to keep and some things can just be better, tweak better, or like phonetically or rhythmically the way that you want to fit it in the song. Sometimes you have to cut corners and you know like put a little apostrophe into something so you can make it thick, you know, instead of saying all the syllables. You know, there's ways that you can do that, but yeah. I think that's one of the best ways. It's just going back through after you're done and just keep re-editing. But then stop at some point and don't keep going over and over with it. Because sometimes as artists, we'll keep on something for a long, long time because we always are trying to perfect. But you can't. Sometimes you gotta let it breathe. You gotta let it go, and you just gotta let it be what it is. Like I'm writing a piece for St. Paul Chamber Orchestra right now, and it's due in September, and I had to write 16 different parts, you know, bass, cellos, violas, violins, oboes, all that kind of stuff, you know, and I keep listening to it, and I keep wanting to mess with it, I keep wanting to go back, and I have to let it go now, because it's done. You know what I mean? Like, it's really done, but the artist in us wants to keep going back and saying, oh, I can make that better, and I can do that. But then I'll let other people hear it, and they'll be like, this is masterful, and this is wonderful. You know what I mean? So I think as our own selves, we just always think that we can do better, but some of the stuff that we put out, it's just, it affects people's lives in a very, very big way. Something as simple as me being me is revolutionary affects people's lives in a huge way. And that was just a simple ditty that I came up with on the keyboard. You know? Yeah.
Have you always been super confident in your music?
No. For a long time, I really felt like I was an underdog here. And I really felt like I had this chip on my shoulder and a lot to prove. Because I grew up amongst a lot of people that were in the industry here. And, you know, people aren't necessarily nice all the time, especially when you're young and you're trying out and you're starting out. And so I had a lot of confidence issues with being out here as a musician. And then one day I just decided not to do it for a while. And I stopped for a while. I had moved, and I had a whole bunch of stuff, you know, happen. My parents had passed, and I moved to Hawaii. I had to, like, just get out of here for a while to restructure and settle myself. And then it kind of just came back to me, like, don't you remember how good that felt? And I always tell people, like, the music was calling me, you know. Like, that's what I'm writing this piece for the Chamber Orchestra about. It's about the music calling me back home. And once I came back home, then everything just kind of really happened for me. It started really flourishing for me because I feel like stuff won't work for you unless you're walking your path. And that's where the confidence came from because I was like, this is my path. And I had to accept it. I think that was the hardest thing. It wasn't about what other people said. It was about what I was thinking about it and what I was saying to myself about it. And once I had gotten into really into the music and understanding that what I had was like awesome, I could really see it. But it took time. It took my whole life. You know, I'm 33. I'm still young, but from performing from 5 years old and that being all you know, I felt really insecure for a long, long time. But once you understand that we all have these gifts and we are all going to produce what we produce, and it's always subjective. You know what I mean? It's always from our perspective and from our life. So we don't have to really worry about what other people are thinking, because that is coming from their subjectivity. And that's coming, their critique or whatever they're saying is coming from their perspective. But this is your story. And you can be confident in it because you know it. And you know yourself. You know what I mean? And you know your journey. You know. So yeah, babe. I mean, like sometimes I still get nervous. I mean, I still get nervous when I get up on stage. I still am like, I don't want a note to come out wrong. You know, like we still have those things. You know, I think those things will always be there just because you really want to do. You really want to excel at what you do. But always have that confidence there that you are an artist and that you are in fact talented and that you are. I mean, and everybody's talented. Everybody's talented. No matter how they exalt you like Beyonce or they exalt you not like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you're not as talented as me, because you are. You know what I mean? And you just have it in a different kind of way. You know what I mean? It's you. Regardless, and you don't worry about the exaltation. You just worry about the art and the reason why you're doing it and your passion and the things, your intention behind it. And everything else will open up for you. Anybody else? Y'all sure? Y'all ain't quiet. I just heard y'all see y'all rock out.
Exactly. Would anybody be willing to share with our guests some of the lyrics that you've written and see how she finally wrote?
Sure.
Olivia, not the silly one.
It's up to you. Okay, well, there's three. I see three hands.
Just go ahead and give her your work.
Yep. All right, let's
You
start.
just read it.
Oh. Yep, I'll read this. You can go first. Go ahead.
No, it's
Come
okay.
on. Which one? This one?
Yeah, we made that
That one that you just showed me.
no, we made that we were taking songs from Prince. We were taking music from Prince, using this line.
Yep.
This line from Prince and this line is from when we made it. Mario, you turn your phone off. What? Your name tag. Sorry, it was annoying me.
Yes.
Okay.
It says, hey, take a listen. Do you like what you hear? Last time I checked, you were shedding some tears. In this life, you were on your own. Is that why you're always checking your phone? Girl, that's dope.
I told you.
I'm like, hey. What that sounds like Pop Life.
Right.
What's the matter with your life? Have you ever heard that? You ever heard Prince Pop Life? Oh, y'all got to listen to Pop Life. That's one of my favorites. But it reminds me of that because it's just like asking a question. It's like,
Yeah.
I like it. Let's do it. Stop wasting your time. Beauty is still. What's this one?
No, your beauty, I still see.
Even when you're far away from it.
And then this one, we didn't really finish.
You didn't get to that? Okay.
But yeah.
This is great. This is good. What you worried about having a block for? Girl, don't be asking no question about no block. You ain't got no block. No, baby, but that's wonderful. That's a great start. That's a great start. Come on with it. Real boy. Okay.
Oh, you're doing the phone one, not the group
That's
one?
really good one.
What? That's really good.
The phone one and not the group one? That's fine then.
We're not that different. Take a listen. We all love music, rhythm, and grooving. Not that hard to do if you let the flow move. Just go and find the funk, then give your own spot. Because we are one big family in the beat, in the beat, in the beat. It takes more than a dream. You gotta work hard. That's what it's gonna take from you. Oh, that's what's gonna take you far in the beat. All right. Okay. Let's go back. We are. Is this like? It reminds me of like. It's like. How do you sing it? Is it gotta be? It's gotta be. Cause I feel it. It feels like. It feels like.
It's really good.
Yeah. Let me hear it, girl. Come on. Yes. You got it. Don't be shy.
we are not that different. If you take a listen, we all love the music, rhythm and the groove. It's not that hard to do if you let the flow move you. Just go and find the funk, then you give it your own spunk. 'Cause we are one big family, in the beat, in the beat, in the beat. It takes more than just a dream. You gotta work hard, that's what's gonna take you far. In the beat.
Yeah! Y'all are, oh my gosh! Y'all are amazing! I want to see more. Y'all are amazing. What's going on in here?
Should we do the group one, Cece? Should we do
Yes.
the group song?
Can I get it? Can I get the group
Yeah, they
song?
have a group. It's really good.
Can I get the group?
You can't read this. Oh yeah, you can't read my handwriting. My handwriting
I'm
sucks.
sorry. Like mine.
I like this. Okay. I probably have it.
They have harmonies.
There's a lot of re-edits in this, so it's kind of messy.
Should we just sing it?
Yes, sing it.
Y'all are really good. Wait, we need to find it. Sorry. No, it's fine.
You do. There's harmonizing in this. You guys.
No, it's fine.
How about you guys just like talk to you? I think it's about time to start telling the truth. How did you try?
The beginning.
Talk to you. I think it's about time that I start telling the truth.
I am something that you never understand. You know I could show you if you just take my hand. You could say that I'm a terminal case. If you push me too hard, I swear that I'll break. I'm just trying to say we all have problems, big and small, but somehow we'll find a way to get through it all. If you just put on your dancing shoes and feel the rhythm you have, when you groove, it makes it easier to feel happy when you're sad.
Awesome, y'all.
I love that.
You know, if you want to throw some Prince on it, when y'all go, y'all should do that one. There's a part when you talk about make you happy, music make you happy. That part
When you groove, it makes it easier to feel happy when you're sad.
yes. So that part, when you groove, it makes it easier when you have that part. So when you sing it the first time, but then you gotta come through it and you gotta speak it the second time. You gotta like Prince used to do stuff where he would just talk through the song and everything would be bring in. So make sure you throw that in. You gotta pay homage because that's a perfect part to little. You can say it like y'all can get your voices together and stuff and say it and just I don't know how to do it. Matter of fact, but I'm so excited. Like I'm like from hearing y'all stuff right now. Like y'all really got. I'm just like super excited by what y'all just did. That was amazing. Like I love that y'all came up with that together like that. How long did y'all do that? How long did it take?
Like what? Half an hour?
45 minutes yesterday.
How long did we have yesterday?
I'd say 45 minutes. Probably.
Y'all are just something. Y'all. Well, that's what shows up.
We know.
Yes, right. Because that's why you're here. That's why you're here. Anybody else want to show me anything?
No.
It's good.
And I will get my ukulele.
That last one you showed me, I really liked.
Yes.
Or Moonlight.
Not
And
bad,
Natalie,
not
we sang I don't know my name or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's not your original song.
In the cafe. In the cafe.
I can go run and get.
Yeah, it was alright.
Let's listen to Olivia and her groups.
You can do
a group thing, right?
No, not that one, Olivia. Olivia, where's the one you did with your group?
Oh.
That was rough. That one was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead with your group?
I have another one.
Yeah, get some feedback, because we're going to go in the studio in just a minute, so this is super important.
Come on, baby girl.
It's
It's all good. Don't be shy.
You got this, guys!
Who was in Olivia's group?
This one? Oh, this one's real bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You guys are amazing.
their talents too. It doesn't have to be all theirs. We can agree on what they offer.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just show it, guys. It's not bad.
John just read it off instead of saying it.
Yeah.
So,
No, thank you.
How it goes.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah.
Do it for
Yeah, because there ain't no wrong way. Y'all, it ain't no bad song. It's all good. Y'all
We
just
don't
be
judge.
No,
safe space.
you know that.
Safe
That's right.
space,
Safe
y'all.
space. There ain't no judging her.
Okay.
yeah, this is a safe space. I told you all that yesterday. Oh, you don't be shy. You got really good stuff.
Go for it. You got it.
Okay.
Alright, go. 3, 2, 1. I'll give you my
Heart, so we never fall apart. Your beauty I still see.
even when you're not with me. I'll be there for you, and you'll be there for me too. Be with me down until the end of time.
I know you'll always be mine.
That's all we have.
Y'all got some Emmy lyrics in there. I can hear it. I can hear y'all. Yeah, I can see the
So you want
the
to do
stuff that you
music?
hear. Like I can hear so much like your influences and stuff in that. I like it. How what kind of beat do y'all want to do with that?
See?
I mean, I want like even if we could speed it up a little, make it a little bit more like
Yeah,
something you
this
could
one.
dance to. Like that was definitely like just the beginning, like us. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
something like shake it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There is no music right now.
You can hear it in your head, Tiana. Get with the time.
Anybody want to show me anything else, y'all, or ask anything else before y'all go up in the studio? Well, I just want to tell y'all that I enjoyed y'all so much. This was so much fun for me to sit and witness the gloriousness and the amazingness of all of y'all, your beauty, your talent, your wit, and your fun, and just your imagination is amazing. And I wish y'all all the best of luck on your songs. I know y'all gonna be fine. Because from what I heard, I mean, shoot, y'all almost done. You know what I mean? I'm sounding fine too. Y'all are good. I mean, your lyrics are wonderful. I'm feeling it. I feel like y'all are hope for the future coming up in here. So this is awesome.
Thank you.
So beautiful. Oh my God. Can I take a picture with y'all? Well, I won't get in trouble.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. I always gotta ask, I worked at a school for years and they be like, no pictures of the kids. Like,
The way other parents sign away their lives.
oh,
Yeah. You basically control them.
Basically.
All right, I would love for you all to get a picture with our guests.
Stand up on the stage. Don't fall, don't trip.
I'll be there for you.
Alright, Nancy, you take one and then send that to me later.
That's me.
Wait, you stand up.
And I got that short. Look at this now. Are we gonna look at?
Alright.
Wild sign?
Yeah.
Wild sign.
Oh yeah! That